Hey everyone, Eric with Rocket H. In this video, we are going to talk about this brand new blue 379 Pete by Lazy F Farm Toys. Pretty darn cool. Let's tear into this. Okay, here we have DCP 602025 blue and pewter by Lazy F Farm Toys. That's what the LFT means. Here's all the deets on this truck. Let's get into it and see what we have to play with here. Okay. Inside of this little baggie here, if you buy an OEM DCP truck new in the box, it's going to come with a set of mirrors. This one comes with a fifth wheel plate cover to match the color of the cab. And then there should be a tarp crank for this 50-foot Wilson that's in that container. Okay, let's start with this sweet looking cab. Now, this is the first run by Lazy F Farm Toys. As you can see, I've already taken this out of the package because, well, I had to see for it myself. But the inspiration for this 3-truck series is this model right here. This is an actual truck with paint matched to the real truck running around in Lamar, Colorado. There is a driver that Garrett knows and really liked that cab and says, hey, I want to do that. And so here it is. So this truck actually looks pretty much just like the real truck that is driving around right now. I don't know what shade of blue this is, but it's pretty and it's got a lot of nice looking little flake in there. Check that out. That is gorgeous. Something I didn't notice on the other 2 trucks that I've already evaluated, there's cab lights down here on clear decal paper or something, but you can see these little white lights. They go down the bottom of the sleeper. Now this is consistent between all 3 cabs, and you can see them right below the door there, and then they kind of angle down right below the air cleaner and onto the right behind that fender. So there's a couple lights there, 2 right up below that air can, and then down below that door along the back of the sleeper. So it's kind of a neat looking little detail. There's a fine black pinstripe on the bottom and below each white stripe. Kind of a nice little detail. Follows it way through as it jags down there at the front. This is a horizontal bar herd bumper, and this does function separately from the hood. Okay, now on the other videos that I've done this evaluation, there's a piece of tape that kind of holds all this closed with a piece of foam right here that you'll have to remove before you can open it to protect it during shipping. So you can see that is just pretty awesome. Got a kitty cat in there to power this thing down the road. And if you would ever want to take this herd bumper off and replace it with a Texas bumper or something like that, there's a pin that holds this die-cast frame right there. So you can kind of see that silver pin right there. And then there's one on the passenger side as well. Remove those 2 pins and this die-cast framing comes off, and then this bumper's actually pinned to this die-cast frame here. Then there's a little hole right there. You could put an OEM DCP Texas bumper with a screw right back in there. It's ready to go. You have a matching drop visor there and 5 cab lights, hair horns, mule ear pipes to dress it up. No skirts or fairings on the back of that sleeper. Nice touch. I like that clean look. That's pretty sexy. Stripes wrap all the way around to the back. These air lines. These are attached to the frame right there in front of this deck plate. So if you want to take this deck plate off, remove this plastic 5th wheel plate, and then this is glued to this frame. Be aware, if you pop this off, there is this piece of plastic and this piece of plastic, which is also glued to the frame. I've done this before on other models, and there will be glue residue likely on the frame if you take this 3-piece deck plate off. And then you have half fenders to match the paint of the truck and go along with the theme, as long as, well, some center caps right here on the wheels, also painted to match the rest of this truck. Normal detail on the back. The passenger side matches the driver's side, nothing new there. You can, of course, position your wheels right and left if you like. And then, ta-da, look at that. You can work on that herd bumper or not. That's just kind of fun to play with. Then we have this 50-foot Wilson in pewter. Kind of nice there. Gotta love it. These pins on the ends of this tarp right here, they actually pin in a hole here and here so they stay nice and tight and keep that tarp nice and tight across those bows. There you go. Pins in just like that, or it pops out that easy too. You have these lights that were consistent on the truck going down the driver's side. The front right here, you can see them. They're tiny, but they're there. Down the side of this trailer, and then finishing across the back, a little farther up on the trailer right there. Kind of a nice little cool feature. There's a hole right here in the back of this plate, or this dressing on the back of this trailer. That is for your tarp hook, or tarp crank. You can position that tarp crank left or right, however you want, depending on if you have the tarp open or closed. And that's there for you if you like that. Super singles on the back, and then a narrow tire for your tag axle. Nice little detail there. Oh, and then your traps here can be positioned opened or closed, however you see fit. So this is just a nice little set. I did meet the driver of this truck, and he seemed to be thrilled with how this turned out, even though he didn't do it. This is that guy's truck. I've seen it. It's pretty sexy, and this is just a marvelous looking model of that semi. So this is one 3 in the series, and if you want to collect all 3, I happen to have all 3 in my store, so you can get them there, or you can get one, or however which one you like. I would tell you that there's only 252 of these made. So I sound like a broken record because I say this in all my videos. When it comes to DCP trucks, once they sell out, they're normally gone, and then the value of them just goes straight up, it seems. So if you do like them, don't wait around too long to get one. If you love it, go buy it. Like I said, I have them in my store, or buy them wherever you love to buy diecast. That's my evaluation of this cool looking rig. This is number 602025. Do not hesitate to go get one, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.